Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nessa Jane Styles and today we are going to be doing a tutorial on this look right here. And I was so ecstatic that I was able to do this look and put this look together. You know, with working throughout the week, it's hard to do super glam bold looks, and I was so excited to finally be able to experiment and create this look. And the palette that I used today to create this look is the Coloured Raine Cheers to Beauty palette. They just released this at the end of 2017 and I was just ecstatic. I love Coloured Raine. I love their shadows. They are probably, in my opinion, the best out there on the market. So I was really excited to get my hands on this and to play around with it finally and to create this phenomenal glam eye look. So if you'd like to see how to get this look, please continue watching. If you end up liking this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. Also be sure to hit that notification bell just to get notified of my future videos. And if you would like to, you can also follow me on my social media platforms. You can find me on Instagram at NessaJane_Styles, and then you can also find me on Twitter at NessaJaneStyles. So without further ado, let's get on into the video. Okay, you guys, so before I get into the tutorial, I just kind of wanted to talk about the palette, talk about Coloured Raine in general, and explain to you why I love them so much. So the Cheers to Beauty palette was just released at the end of 2017, and that's actually when you could pre-order the palette. And so when I found out that they were creating another big palette, I was crazy excited, and of course I had to pre-order it. These palettes are kind of like treats to me. So I have the Coloured Raine Queen of Hearts palette, and this palette blows me away all the time. I only like to use this palette during, like, if I want to kind of treat myself, because this palette is absolutely phenomenal. The shades, the mattes work so well together. The shimmer shades are absolutely gorgeous. They are just, I don't know, there's just something about them. These are my favorite eyeshadow palettes. And so when I found out that they were doing the Cheers to Beauty, I was even 10 times more excited because I love the Queen of Hearts palettes. And so I had to pick this up. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I just love Coloured Raine and their eyeshadow formula. So honestly, like, using the Queen of Hearts and this palette, they're kind of like a little treat to me. I get overly excited when I get to use those palettes, and I only like to use these palettes if I know I have a major event going on or if I need to impress somebody, because I know the shadows will not let me down. And the color range is just so versatile, especially with the Queen of Hearts palettes, that it helps me create very glam daytime looks as well. And so the Cheers to Beauty palette, yes, it is not very, to me, I'm not going to beat around the bush and say you can wear this every day, because you can't. The color selection in here is more drawn towards glam, every night, like big va-va-voom eye looks. That's how I feel anyways. Really, you might be able to do some all-natural looks in the mattes, maybe that gold and maybe that silver, you know, but really there's not anything in here that's like super everyday wear like the Queen of Hearts palette is. But you will not be disappointed with these eyeshadows and their pigmentation and their formula. I'll just give you an example. So we're going to go into this bright yellow shade, and I'm just going to swatch this on the back of my hand. I just have one swipe. Boom. Look at that. It just glides on so pretty. Next, we're going to try out that silver shade Iconic. Oh, look how pretty that is. Just one swipe, you guys. That is it. I cannot get over it. We're going to do Opulence, because it's just so pigmented, so beautiful. Like, I just can't get over it. Like, these shades are just absolutely phenomenal. These palettes retail, I know the Cheers of Beauty one retails for $56. You can use an affiliate's code to get like 10% off, but really all in reality it's going to be about 50 bucks. And I know that's a little bit more expensive for a palette, but really I justify it as it's the same, almost the same price as a Naked palette, and you can do so much more with the Coloured Raine palettes, and their formula is so much better, in my opinion, than the they're so much better than the Naked palettes. So I know they're more spendy, but really if you got the Cheers of Beauty and you got the Queen of Hearts palette, that would seriously be all you would need for the longest time. Now that I'm going to quit jabbering about how much I love Coloured Raine and how much I love their shadows and their pigmentation, let's get on into how to recreate this glam eye look. Okay everyone, we are going to get started with the tutorial on how to make this look right here on my other eyelid using the Coloured Raine Cheers to Beauty palette. So to start off, we are going to be placing eyeshadow primer all over our lids. And so a favorite one of mine is actually this Essence I Heart Stage, and these work really well to hide any discoloration on your eyes. Eyeshadow primer is on there. We are going to be taking some translucent powder. I always use the RCMA setting powder. I think this works really well. Plus it's pretty affordable. It's only $12. So I definitely recommend it. And then I just spread that all over my eyeshadow primer. Okay, so once you have your eyeshadow base on, it is now time for the fun part and getting into the eyeshadow palette. So starting off in this eyeshadow palette, we will be taking this beautiful transition shade called Powder Room, and we're going to start off by placing that in our crease. Now we're going to use this as our transition shade, and what I like about this shade is that it's very light and subtle, so I really enjoy it for using it in our transition. And again, with transition shades, what you want to do is start in the crease and then work your way upward. Okay, so once you have your transition shade applied, we are going to go into this deeper purple shade called Raise Your Glass, and we're going to darken up our crease with that color. And so going in with a Luxie 229 brush, which is their smaller tapered blending brush, we're going to dip into Raise Your Glass, and we're going to place that right in the crease. And you do want to move this shade a little bit upwards. You don't want to fully cover your Powder Room shade, but you still want it to it defined a little bit in there as well. So and now we are going to get into the fun part, which are the shimmery shades. And so to start out, we are going to be putting on the Too Faced Glitter Glue. Now what glitter glue does is that it is a primer that works specifically for shimmery shades, and it helps reduce fallout and all of those different. And then I'm going to place that just on my lid in the white space and kind of move that up, kind of dab that up. Okay, so once the glitter glue is applied, we are going to get into some of the more shimmery shades of this palette. The Luxie 213 brush, we are going to go into this shade called Black Butterfly, which is just this gorgeous, deep blue black shade. I just absolutely love it. And we are actually going to place this all over our lid. Okay, so now that we have Black Butterfly applied, we are now going to add in the halo part of our eyes, and that is going to be that silver shade. And so I'm going to grab this little Tarte brush here. It's from their Unicorn collection. And we are going to go into Diamond Jubilee, which is that gorgeous silver shade right here. We're going to pick up that product. And we are going to place that just in the center part of the eye. And again, you'll just want to dab and move upwards. Okay, and then there you have the completed eye look. I am going to go ahead and put on some wing liner and the rest of my face, and I will be right back, so then that way we can get into the bottom lash line of this glam makeup look. Alright everyone, I am back. While I was gone, I put on my complexion along with some false lashes and all of that good stuff. And so now we are going to focus on the bottom lash line. As you can tell, I already did the other eye. And what we are going to do is we are just going to add a little bit of pop of color by blending in a nice blue shade, this deeper one right here called Opulence. And I just wanted to do this just to add a little bit of pop of color to the eye. Even though I know it's very bold, it's sometimes fun to include like a little bit of blue down at the bottom as well. We are going to go in with just like a thicker brush, the one I normally use for my crease, which is a Morphe one, and we're going to dip into Opulence. We aren't going to spray our brush or anything, we just want a light pop of color, and we are just going to move back and forth and just kind of press that on the lower lash line. Okay, and then we've also really got to brighten up the eyes as well, and so what we are going to do is we're going to take the highlight shade, which is Luxurious Bling, which is this shade right over here. We're going to highlight our inner corner and then also the top of our brow bone. And for that, I'm going to be taking the Luxie 151 brush and just pop that baby right into the inner corner, kind of bring it down and move it upwards, and then also get the top of your brow bone here. Okay, so for lips, what we're going to be using is the Balm Pickup Liners again. This is in the shade I Dig You. Alright, so once the lip liner is applied all over your lips, we are then going to go in with our lip color. And our lip color today is going to be the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. I love these things because they are like indestructible. And since I went with a very super glam look today, I want something that's going to last me all day long. Okay everyone, so here is the completed look. I absolutely love, love, love how this turned out. It is super bold, super glam, super gorgeous. It is perfect for so many different events, and I just absolutely love it. The Cheers to Beauty palette was, of course, absolutely phenomenal, just like I knew it was going to be. The shimmer shades were so easy to blend. They blend like butter, and that is why I just love these so much, and the color selection is just absolutely gorgeous in here, and I'm always blown away by their shadows. I just absolutely love it. Thank you again for watching. I really hope that you liked how this look turned out. Let me know if there's any other palettes out there that have more extreme colors in them that you'd like me to maybe make a glam look for. But yeah. Thank you again so much for being here today and watching this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!